This is TWiT.
The top 25 U.S. newspapers in print, top 25, total circulation. You want to guess what it is before you look?
Top 25.
How much, all added up, how many papers do the top 25 newspapers sell?
Oh, it's got to be 20 million. 15
Cathy?
million.
I don't know. This is just dangerously close to all that ancillary copyright stuff. So
We could go on for hours. Ant, what's your guess? Timber B?
I was going to go a low number. I was going to go more like 400,000 or something.
No. It's 25 newspapers.
No.
It's got to be bigger than that.
25 newspapers.
Yeah, it's got to be. I'm going to estimate
circulation,
500,000 each, 12.5 million.
Okay.
3.1 million.
Okay, it's a lot smaller than that.
And People magazine, which is circulation has basically not changed that I know of in the last 10, 15 years, as far as I know, its circulation is 3.5 million. So People magazine is bigger than all of the top in print, than all of the top 25 magazines.
And you want to know how many people watched a QR code bounce from corner to corner for 60 seconds on the Super Bowl? You want to know how many people?
Hypnotized.
112 million people watched the Super Bowl.
There, Cathy, there's your mass wasting their time.
Yeah.
well, except I was not part of this mass because I couldn't watch the Super Bowl because I don't have cable, I don't have an antenna, and they killed off Lowcast. So I didn't get to be part of the public conversation, even though the public conversation was happening over public airwaves. Wow. This is not good policy.
Wow.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point.
I have Tech Dirt posts along these lines. Basically, I don't understand how these plaintiffs are networks that have spectrum licenses and are putting out programming over the spectrum, but they've become so ravenous for what has essentially been concocted to pay them to be retransmitted. They want that money more than they actually want the advertising money from over-the-air broadcasts. And so the law is now tipping in the favor of creating like a weird form of copyright for programming, which is not something doctrinally pure. And the consequences are anybody who's tried to provide a rent and antenna service has been blown out of the water with specious copyright claims. I mean, the courts think they're not specious, but doctrinally they're terrible.
And by the way, they still get the advertising revenue. Don't think they're giving up much advertising revenue. They get both.
I'm not entirely sure how happy their advertisers. They're double dipping, but I don't know if their advertisers quite realize how hostile it is. Like if you're buying a Super Bowl ad, like it was interesting. I saw somebody talk about Alan Alda was talking about what a Super Bowl ad in 1982 cost for like for 30 seconds of 30 and seconds. He put it as airtime and he was like 30 seconds and he said it was like $430,000. And he said that the kiss that he had with Hot Lips was longer than 30 seconds. They called it the $430,000 kiss. And then he was joking like, now it's $1.2 million. I'm not quite sure I'm up for it, but I'm willing to try. And so that was essentially his tweet somewhere along the line. But he pointed as airtime. Advertisers thought they were buying airtime. That's even the word they used.
Yes.
I can't see their ads. How can I watch the ads? And now I think we're in this point that if you don't want your spectrum to be received by the public, spectrum is a public resource that the public should be able to benefit from without having to make a capital investment. And if you don't want to give them that programming, which is why we licensed it, then give it back. You can just be all the time, but don't hoard this public resource that the public can't benefit from anymore.
I agree with you 100%. I don't think we're ever going to see it change, but I agree with you 100%.
That's also why I think must carry is bad law.
Yeah.
Because they already got the benefit.
Right. Having said that, and despite the fact that, Cathy, you weren't able to watch it, the Coinbase QR Super Bowl ad, which cost them not $400,000, not $1.2 million, but $14 million for 60 seconds on the Super Bowl, was apparently extremely successful.
People wouldn't know what to do with QR codes had it not been for the pandemic, I would predict. But I think that made sense.
The bouncing QR code, which was really basically an old school screensaver with a QR code, which I thought my stream was broken. Right, John? We're sitting here. We're doing TWiT at the time, and there's a bouncing QR code. I think, we lost our signal Google's trying to tell us something, which I'm sure a lot of people at home thought.
A lot of people thought that.
It was so popular, it crashed the app. It's widely agreed by advertising experts and people doing the metrics that it was well worth the $15 million or $14 million that they spent for that ad. They got a lot of attention. Although, can anybody remember? I remember the QR code. I had to do a Google search to remember who the advertiser was. But go ahead, Cathy.
I feel like we need to do a public service announcement, which all my cybersecurity friends were up in arms after this commercial. Do not scan unknown QR cards.
Right.
Like, let us tell our listeners, do not do that. And the fact that we just spent $14 million teaching people to scan unknown QR cards may not have been money well spent.
I think it's fair to say that if it is on network television, it's probably safe to scan it.
But Cathy's point is still right, is that then you get in the habit of doing it anywhere.
I don't know. Did
it's
anyone
okay,
even vet it?
Oh, I'm sure somebody vetted it. And by the way, I mean, when you scan it, at least on an iPhone, it pops up a URL. It doesn't automatically take you there. So you have a second stage of clicking that you'd have to go through.
Well, in this one, but this is a major hygiene problem
it's
for
probably
people's
a problem.
cyber behavior. And
in fact, we know there's been we know there's been QR hijacking attacks because you could put a sticker over a QR code on a subway ad or whatever, and we know that happens all the time. And it'd be a great way to phish somebody is to have a site that looks exactly like Coinbase's come up and ask for your password. So, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. But
so, Cathy, did you get to see the Super Bowl commercials at least on YouTube?
I saw some of them. Somebody clicked an ad that highlighted three, and I saw one of them.
Jeff is dying for me to play another crypto. By the way, crypto was huge on the Super Bowl. And
isn't that amazing?
I have really mixed feelings.
Bubble money.
Yeah. I just we've talked about this before, and I think we even talked about it when you were here last, Cathy. I mean, I agree that there's interest and value in the technologies and blockchain, and not all cryptocurrencies are evil or bad, or I'm not even saying they are inherently, but I think there's a lot of potential for scammery going on and pyramid schemes and so forth. And I worry. And of course, as soon as I say that, what do people say to me? They said it in the chat room. They say okay, boomer.
Yeah, you don't understand it.
You don't get it. And that was the premise for I think this was the best Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, I think so.
And I'll play a little bit of it. It seems to me, Cathy, it's a news conversation. It seems to me fair use. Plus, why would any company that spent $14 million on this Super Bowl ad mind if I play it again?
You think you
because you're Leo Laporte.
There's a chilling effect, though, isn't there, Cathy? There's a chilling effect.
My disclaimer, I am a lawyer.
I know.
Not your lawyer.
No advice.
But I'm happy to talk about chilling effects in general. The fact that it's given you pause where you want to know. This is not the world we should be living in.
Do you advise Leo not to play it?
She says that she won't give me advice, and I'm not going to ask her for advice. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to take a chance.
What does your wife say?
So this was a very funny ad that really responds to that exact issue of, the people who don't believe in crypto are just old timers like Leo. So the premise is that Larry David, through the ages, has mocked every possible invention. Here's my favorite, the toilet. And on and on and on. But at the very end, of course, Larry's sitting at his desk, and I don't know who that other guy is. Some other person. Is he a celebrity? Could be. I don't know. Is showing him a crypto exchange. By the way, they've had Tom Brady doing their ads. FTX has a lot of money.
A
lot of bubble money. And here somebody's explaining to Larry.
It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so.
Don't be like Larry is their tagline. Don't miss out on crypto.
Brilliant advertising.
Don't be like Larry.
I wonder how much he got paid.
to be the, he's spent his
I
whole
hope he
life.
got it in dollars.
He got plenty of money, trust me. He's the creator of Seinfeld, if you don't know, stand-up comic, created Seinfeld, has an excellent HBO show called Curb Your Enthusiasm. In which the entire premise is, I don't think so. So, and the tagline, be more like, and it's really the same thing as people were saying to me, okay, Boomer, if you don't believe in crypto, if you're not a believer, then you're just out of touch.
But to those folks that says that to you, I get it, because heck, just look at fiat. We literally take, what's this? This is a $50 and this piece of whatever metal this is, and give it value at random, and we honor it.
It's all fiction.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
of
All
society
currency is fiat
we agree
currency.
to.
But there's a little difference. That's backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government.
Now.
You can pay your tax. Well, yeah, for now. Tell me when it's not, and I'll stop using it. And we all agree the value of a dollar. But I could tell you, if I had a coin, which I don't, that was a Bitcoin, you couldn't tell me what it was worth.
True.
And tomorrow might be worth something completely different. The volatility alone. There's also the environmental impact, which is not trivial. My biggest concern isn't any of that. My biggest concern is that all the people who's going to see these ads are people who are going to go, oh, yeah, see, it's okay. Crypto's okay. I'm going to buy me some.
It's going to be a pump and dump.
We turned down an advertiser. I won't say the name. But by the way, we have crypto. Coinbase is an advertiser. BlockFi was an advertiser. We have some crypto advertisers. By the way, the thing that we were advertising for BlockFi was not the thing they paid $100 million to the SEC for in a fine the other day. It was a normal credit card that you got crypto as
rewards, right?
Which I have that's great. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. We did turn down an advertiser that wanted you to invest your retirement in crypto. And I thought, I don't really want to promote that to people because that seems like a bad idea. And maybe it's not. If you'd put in $50 in Bitcoin 10 years ago, it would have been worth a great thing. If.
I mean, currency speculation there's reasons why it's not a sound financial strategy.
Highly regulated. Yeah.
Reliable.
Yeah. Highly regulated.
So the Super Bowl too, the other Coinbase, Larry, I thought Amazon was interesting.
The one where they had Scarlett Johansson and Colin Justin, they were reading her mind and his mind. That was very funny. Amazon's always done good Echo ads with,
which was a technology ad, and then Polestar was snarky about Elon.
Well, what about all of the EV ads?
Yeah,
I mean,
yes.
Chevrolet as well.
Yeah.
Well, the one commercial I did see was the Scarlett Johansson one, the
Echo one,
the reading the mind, and I thought that was awfully daring of Echo to do, because everyone I don't think people thought it was a joke. I think they thought that's what's actually happening, and the degree to which that's correct is somewhat frightening.
It's kind of brilliant in a way to mock the fears people have.
Exactly. It's the same thing. It's to inure you to the idea that it's reading your mind. It's like, oh, no. What, are you kidding? No, we wouldn't do that.
I mean, I can see why they would want to maybe strategically do that. I'm not entirely sure it wasn't a miss.
It's risky. It's risky, yes.
Why raise the issue at all? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very good point. Very good point.
Yep.